Today let's talk about screen time. Say no to screen time during mealtime is the topic for today. Children's brains are susceptible to significant changes in structure and connectivity, which can stunt neural development and lead to a screen dependency disorder. This is what happens to your child's brain when you show screen time. I used to show TV or phone while feeding my child when I started feeding solids to him. If I don't give the phone, he will not eat his food. If he does not eat, me as a mother will be thinking about it the whole day that my child did not eat. I have this feeling of fulfillment if a child eats well. It's okay if the child sees the phone. I just want him to eat. By a parent. I think this statement applies to most of the parents who are seeing this video now. Almost all parents who I met, whose children either have speech delay or ADHD or autism, they say that they have always been showing TV or phone during first 2 years of their childhood. Most of other parents too, whose child don't have a delay, also have done the same thing. We don't know why one category of child goes into this phase of development delay. I'm not saying watching TV will cause speech delay or autism, but by watching TV in the first 2 years of child's life, since the child's brain is so fresh and it's like a jelly when they are born, it can be molded based on what's happening around the environment. If you are showing TV most of the time to the brain is so used to being on its own world and things. In this world, we just need to watch and be happy. And in this world, there is no need to talk to an adult and we don't need to ask anything to anyone. Everything will be given on time, eating, going to bathroom. The brain don't understand that there is something called eating as the brain is busy watching phone. If everything like feeding and other stuff is being done while watching TV, the brain doesn't understand and think what is happening around them. And the same continues when they grow up. So this is what happens. You show TV during the first 2 years of the childhood and your interaction with the child is reduced because of that. So the child does not understand his name calling, don't respond to your instructions and will not have the speech and social milestones of that age. These traits are common across speech delay, autism and ADHD. So experts say your child has autism. And parents go into a world of stress and whatever we think and process will be around the fact that he has autism after that, and you consider autism cannot be overcome. He has autism, so he's not talking, so he's not saying that he wants to use the bathroom, so he's not having social skills. So you continue to show phone and TV to finish up your work and do the same mistakes again and make the symptoms worse. If it's speech delay or autism, if you find it at the earlier stage, if you give proper stimulation, right therapy, correct diet, and make him socialize with many people and stop showing phone or TV, then you can easily overcome most of the symptoms and child can lead a regular life. If you're showing TV now during mealtime, I would say it's high time we stop that, irrespective of your child has diagnosis or not. So, are you using screen time during mealtime? If yes, we now know why you should not show screen time during mealtime. I know it's easy to say don't give phone while eating, but I'm saying this after truly understanding what happens if you don't give the phone to your child. And I also know you are not in a state to handle that. So list down what happens if you don't give phone during mealtime. Child won't eat. Child will show bad behaviors at home and at school. Child will be hungry and he cannot say that he is hungry, so I have to feed him. It's okay if any of that is going to happen. Just be prepared to handle that. It's okay if he's hungry and skip one meal. You are helping your child to think. His brain now will think that I'm hungry. Skip a meal. Again serve the meal next time. If he's hungry, he will definitely eat. Understand that there are situations where you think that giving meals without phone is impossible. Let's see what we can do in those situations. Morning times before going to school, we have to make him ready. If he doesn't eat, he may have behaviors at school. To solve this, you try to give meal without phone during weekends when there is no school. If he doesn't eat, it's okay. Leave it and feed him after an hour. Distract him by giving some other activities. Just ensure that you are not giving the phone just for eating. Try to feed him without the phone. If you're not going to give phone, he's going to cry, hurt himself, or throw things. It's okay. Ignore that as long as it doesn't hurt him. If he's trying to do something that will hurt, don't say the word no. Instead, just take him from that place and distract him by playing with water or anything that he will distract it easily. Now again, present the food after an hour. Make it a point that you're not going to give phone. We all grew up without phone. But to deal with the behaviors, consult his ABA or therapist on what needs to be done in those situations. You just write it on a paper and paste it in a wall that I'm not going to give phone and make his life even worse. By doing this, you are helping your child to lead a normal life. I know there is big fear of taking the phone away from the child. Sit down, sort out a solution for that. If you have an option right at your hand that if you do not give the phone to your child, he will come out of the symptoms soon. Wouldn't you be doing that by giving your life? But we are not asking you to give your life, just asking you be ready to face some behavior issues. So let's be a bit hard on this. If child is an independent eater, by seeing the phone, you can follow below steps when you take away the phone. Parent and child sit for the mealtime together. Give the food to the child. Child will be expecting a phone or iPad. Hide those in a place where he cannot find. He will not eat. He will just sit. You just eat in front of him and wait. The child does not eat, he will be roaming around. Let him roam around or cry or show behaviors. Just ignore. Finish your meal, do your work without noticing him. After some time, bring him to the table, handhold him and try to feed him and see if he is eating. If he is showing resistance not to eat, then leave it. Don't force him. Take the food away in front of him and keep it in the kitchen. Do the same after an hour. When you handhold him and give him, and when he eats the first bite, give him high appreciation by clapping, saying wow, giving high five. If at all child eats by himself the first bite also, without handholding, give him high appreciation, and if he goes away after initial few bites, try to bring him back and handhold him. Try to give him food that he likes and that he can independently eat when you first take away the phone. Just have this thing in mind. Whatever he eats without his consciousness doesn't give any nutrition to the body. So even if he eats 5 bites of food with consciousness, that serves more good than eating a whole plate of food watching the phone. Take up this challenge and work on it. If you have any questions or you're finding any difficulties, you can let me know in the comment section. I can give my suggestions. If you're going to practice taking away phone in the mornings during school time, and if he doesn't eat the breakfast, it's okay. Pack something that he can eat at school and inform the teacher that he skipped the breakfast. If he's showing any behavior and if he feels hungry, give this box to him. If he's showing any behavior, they will complain it to you. It's okay. Tell them what they want to do. If it is okay, even if you have to listen to the complaint daily, both you and the teacher will get used to it, but gradually he will learn. This slide is for new mothers and fathers. Don't show phone during first 2 years of your child's life. We were not grown up seeing phone. We are all good with good health, right? So don't give the phone. Giving phone to child makes them aggressive. So doctors don't prefer giving phone for children, irrespective of whether they have delay or not. Just work out to avoid phone in other places also. List down what issues you will face. Work with a ABA or therapist and see what you can do in those places to handle them without phone. This way you are teaching a child how he needs to behave in other places also. Parents whose children either have speech delay or autism or no delay at all, please work on this. You will see lot of improvement. If you have a child or grandchild, the following symptoms may be present themselves if they're because of the screen time, especially on internet, video games, and compromises their ability to function. Preoccupation, withdrawal symptoms, increasing tolerance, failure to reduce or stop screen activities, loss of outside interest, used to escape adverse moods. These are all something which will happen if you give more screen time. So just work on it. Good luck with it. Persistently try not giving a phone. It's okay if they skip a meal. If they are hungry, they will definitely ask you. Good luck with it. Thank you. Subscribe and share with parents and help them not to use the screen time during meal time.